Welcome to Motorize.de, your #1 source for new and used parts. Today we're looking at a true track weapon, the Aprilia RSV4 1000RK. This V4 superbike from Noale, Italy blends race-bred DNA with sophisticated electronics. Our focus, what the 1000RK can really do, where the pitfalls hide, and who it actually makes sense for. As our baseline, we're using a stock bike, 999.6cc, a 6-speed cassette gearbox, and twin 320mm Brembo discs up front. Quick tech rundown. A 65-degree V4 with ride-by-wire, 2 injectors per cylinder, and Aprilia's APRC suite. ATC traction control, AWC wheelie control, ALC launch control, and AQS quickshifter. We'll also share practical tips, common weak spots, think stator heat and valve clearance checks, and smart upgrades, from radiator improvements to picking the right brake pads. Born from Aprilia's World SBK program, the RSV4 hit showrooms in 2009. Its compact 65-degree V4 set in an aluminum twin-spar frame, clearly built with homologation in mind. From the start, Aprilia offered a cassette-type gearbox and ride-by-wire with track, sport, and road maps. The 999.6cc engine, 78.0 and 52.3mm variable length intake stacks, made around 180 HP and revved with bite, yet stayed manageable. In 2010 and 2012, Max Biaggi clinched the World SBK titles, cementing the concept. From 2011, APRC arrived, ATC traction control, AWC wheelie control, ALC launch control, later AQS quickshifter, while the chassis remained uncompromising. Roughly a 1,420mm wheelbase, a steep steering head angle, and an adjustable swing arm pivot. The 1000RK badge denotes the R-base model before the RSV4 family stepped up to 1100cc. Scene 3, technical specs, revised and expanded. At its heart beats a 65-degree V4 displacing 999.6cc with 52.3mm bore and stroke. It delivers around 180 horsepower at 12,500 RPM and roughly a 15 Nm of torque for punchy drive. Ride-by-wire offers 3 maps, track, sport, and road. The APRC suite includes 8-level traction control, wheelie and launch control, plus the AQS quickshifter. Up front, radial mount Brembo M4 monoblocks bite 320mm discs. The rear rotor measures 220mm. Depending on the version, you get fully adjustable Sachs or Öhlins suspension. The aluminum twin-spar chassis sets geometry at about a 420mm wheelbase, 24.5 degrees of rake, and 105mm of trail. Factory highlights: forged wheels and adjustable engine and swing arm pivot points. The V4 also features variable length intake stacks and a high compression ratio for crisper throttle response. Optional: Bosch 9 ABS with rear lift mitigation. Design and ergonomics. The RSV4 stays unmistakably itself. A central ram air intake, angular flanks, and a tight, tapered tail. Its narrow 65-degree V4 allows a slim waist, while the deeply sculpted 18.5-liter tank locks you in under hard braking. Seat height is about 845mm. Low clip-ons and close-set rear sets put you in an aggressive, precise riding position. Pure Race Kit, an adjustable swing arm pivot and engine position in the aluminum twin-spar frame. On the 1100 factory, that's paired with Öhlins Smart EC 2.0 semi-active suspension. Winglets integrated into the fairing add high-speed stability, and the LED headlights include cornering lights. For everyday use, you get mirrors with integrated indicators and a 5-inch TFT. APRC thumb switches sit on the left bar, so you can fine-tune traction and wheelie control on the fly, handling and everyday usability. On country roads and at the track, the RSV4RR tips in with razor-sharp precision. A 1,420mm wheelbase, a taut, fully adjustable 43mm Sachs fork, and a stiff aluminum twin-spar frame enable pinpoint direction changes and rock-solid stability on corner exit. Electronics lend a hand via APRC, ATC 8 levels, AQS take the sting out of stop-and-go and wet rides. The optional Bosch 9mm ABS offers 3 modes plus RLM, rear lift mitigation. With the 18.5-liter tank, a realistic range is 250 kilometers. Day-to-day downsides remain: a tight steering lock and noticeable heat from the rear cylinder bank in city traffic. On the plus side, the standard steering damper keeps things composed over bumpy roads. Model note: the 65-degree V4, 99.6cc, 78 by 52.3mm boric stroke. is surprisingly refined and serves up a meaty mid-range punch. The RSV4 RK shines with a compact 65-degree V4 that pours on creamy mid-range torque and rips eagerly up top. Variable intake lengths and ride-by-wire deliver razor-sharp throttle response. The stiff aluminum twin-spar frame and swing arm serve up crystal-clear feedback, while the 43mm Sachs USD fork and adjustable steering damper keep the front end composed under hard braking. Brembo M4 monoblocks bite 320mm discs and shrug-off fade. On the electronics side, APRC brings 8-stage ATC traction control, AWC wheelie control, and AQS quickshifter. A calibration mode lets you fine-tune tire circumference or gearing straight from the dash. A treat for connoisseurs, the cassette-type gearbox. And true to RSV tradition, the tank reaches deep under the seat. Mass centralization you can feel in rapid side-to-side transitions. Weak points and common issues. Early RSV4R factory models of 2010 were recalled for potential connecting rod bearing failures. Many received replacement engines with revised lubrication. In city traffic, the stator alternator can overheat. The ideal fix is the updated rotor stator kit with reduced magnetic flux. The rear brake is known to be weak and can lose pressure due to its proximity to the exhaust header. Reverse bleeding, heat shielding, and the latest Brembo master cylinder help. Expect heat on your right leg, and the PA6 nylon fuel tank can swell when run on E10. Electrically, clean the ground points, including under the left side fairing and the engine ground strap. The Magneti Marelli 7SM ECU may throw an urgent service warning if voltage drops. Check charging voltage, 13.8 volts, and verify the APRC wheel sensor gaps. Accessories and customization. If you want more out of your RSV4, the go-to starting point is the Aprilia Racing Race ECU, Magneti Marelli 7SM, paired with an Akrapovic slip-on, clean mapping, no SAS 02 fault codes. Forged 17-inch wheels cut rotating mass. On an RR with a 255 rear tire, turn-in is noticeably quicker. For better feel, run a Brembo RCS19 master cylinder with M4 M50 calipers and braided steel lines. On the suspension side, an Öhlins TTX shock drops into the stock mounts. Factory owners can also use the adjustable swing arm pivot. Track-proven, adjustable rear sets with a GP shift pattern and a 1542 gearing setup for tight circuits. Important, after any gearing or tire change, run the APRC calibration CAL menu. Nice to have, radiator guards and frame sliders. The exposed radiator core will thank you. Market value and buying checklist. On the used market, the RSV4 1000 RK typically runs $6,500 to $10,500, depending on mileage, maintenance history, and spec. ABS, wheel package. Must-haves, documented valve clearance service every 20,000 kilometers, 12,000 mile, stable charging voltage under load, and the stator rotor upgrade on early bikes. ABS only arrived for model year 2013, Bosch 9EMP. APRC is common from 2011. Test ATC ALC traction wheel launch control and the AQS quickshifter, and perform the calibration ride. Typical Aprilia tells. Look for swollen polyamide tanks from E10 fuel and an oil mist around the alternator cover. Play in the sprocket carrier cush drive. Bent radiator fins and ground-down pegs often betray track use. Bonus points if the swing arm recall early years has been done. The dash often flags sensor issues with urgent service. Make sure to test ride it fully warmed up. Verdict and buying advice. The Aprilia RSV4 1000 RK is a weapon for skilled riders. Its 65-degree, 999.6cc V4 hits hard. A cassette-type gearbox and Brembo M4 monoblocks are paired with a razor-sharp chassis. In factory trim, you also get adjustable engine and swing arm pivot mounts. APRC brings 8-level ATC plus AWC, ALC, and AQS, and you can recalibrate it from the dash to suit tire size, e.g. 255, or gearing changes. The ride-by-wire throttle offers track sport roadmaps. Daily use, hot, firm, and a tight steering lock. Our advice? Go for it if there's a solid service history, the stator update on early years, and documented valve clearance checks about every 20,000 kilometers, and budget for 200-section rears and Brembo pads. Do that, and it'll reward you with serious lap times and an addictive V4 soundtrack.